what it is. What it is right now. Hey, what you up to? Hmm? You know what the fuck you wanna do? That's right. For sure. More power to you. You understand? You understand, then you overstand. Growth cannot be avoided. Only if you ignore it. Nevertheless, let's examine. Let's examine man. Exam man. You know, when just, you know, studying self, you can only study yourself. What I mean by self and what I've understood about self is that strip away all this shit. Strip away all your shit. Even your imagination. Strip it away for a minute. All right? Go there. Where you at? Tell me, where would you be? Strip away all this shit, even your imagination. What would you have to work with? This. Right? Okay. This suit. This is the environment. This is the environment. This is how you want this to be or look. But understand, someone have poured something over our eyes and made us understood and overstood that this shit is most important. But if you work in the opposite direction, you are turning the wheels in the opposite direction. All right? That's why we don't live as long as we used to. Because of this shit. Or this shit. You know what I mean? Or the response to this shit. You know what I mean? We the manifestation is very, very easy when applied only with understanding. You know, I'm comprehending daily, sometime momentarily. All right. Nevertheless, let's examine without all this shit. We work with self. I'm gonna give you an examination. All right. I'm gonna give you an exam. No. Let me say this. We talk about splitting atoms out there. To split an atom. Split an atom. How do you split an atom? Well, they show you. Well, not necessarily, but they show you through their activity of having atom splitters, or you know, atom proton smashers and all this type of stuff, splitting it. Okay, I know how to split atoms. Excuse me, the water molecule atom. All right, and that's just through electrolysis. Right, two different types of metal in water and run a 9-volt battery will make hydrogen. It will split the water molecule back into its original components. Oxygen will be on one end of the wire that you put in, or the washer, or the screw, or the nail that you just simply stick in a cup of water with a 9-volt battery, or a 12-volt battery, or a 36-volt battery, or a 48-volt battery. It makes hydrogen when you split the water molecule. All right? Now that's out there. Remember, remember, let's put the body back together. All right? Listen, that's out there. What am I saying? Anything they have done, anything you can see, all right, it was based on something. Even a fan was based on something in the body. You say, now how could that be? Just think about it. Just think about it. The microscopic fan. The bio fan. What could the fuck could that be? What if mitochondria is spinning so goddamn fast? What do you think it's doing? Nevertheless, if your atoms, if your blood is twirling so goddamn fast, what do you think it's doing? What does a car have? A cooling system. It's called a radiator. You put water in it, motherfucker. No, but anyway. All right, let's go back to the examination or exam man. Now, we can only work with this. All right, now, so splitting the atom, back to that. Nuclear fusion. Let's go there. No, it doesn't matter where we go. Just go to any scientific device or thought or whatever. It had to come from somewhere. Remember how they made the camera? They based it off the body. If they know how to split an atom out there, they base it off the body. What does the body do when it splits the atom? What happens? Is it some type of mechanism? Sure it is. How does it work? But what's the ultimate power? They say nuclear out there. But they got shit they ain't tell us about because they got particle beams and shit like that there. But so where did they get it from? How did they make it? It has a natural place of origin. And by it being naturally in the body, it's naturally in the microscopic body, right? Below, beneath, hidden, occult science of microscopic organisms, right? So what was a particle beam in that much? Right. Remember those cells? I'm not going to be technical because I don't have technical names for every damn thing, especially biologically. So anyway, it is these organisms I was saying, right? Microscopic, can't be seen, 30 million of them on a hair length, you know, found on a comb. But what's on the comb? Check this out. Now, check this out. It's some organism in there that got tentacles that swing out like this and snatch certain debris, let's just say, for lack of complete integrity to stand upon what I'm saying. You know what it is. And those who are doctors or have studied in the practice and can word that or read them books, all right, you know exactly what I'm saying. So anyway, it's got these organisms that can swing a tentacle like a wave or particle beam and just snatch the debris that surrounds the liquid, the more dense liquid that surrounds it, by its electromagnetic, or let's just say by its attraction to do such a thing in a natural order of things, right? Okay. Particle beams, right? I want to go somewhere else with this, but I'm gonna come back to that. Check this out. So, splitting this atom. What must happen in order to split an atom or to cause nuclear fusion? Simple. Using the body. Could it come from thinking? Of course, something happens. The neurons firing. So I would say particle beams, you know, high energy weaponry is utilized right here because it's like the Tesla coil once again, high voltage, right? That's what they're showing you out there. That's what's happening in here. All right. Okay. Focused laser beams. Focused photon waves. I mean, where did it come from? What must happen in here in order to create with the focus of chi, you know, meditation and direction? I mean, think about it. And I'm talking just for self-manifestation because you can't go out. Maybe you can. The science don't tell me to utilize it that way because all is your reality. The response and the choices you choose to use and make creates a force field And you no matter what, you is within it. The force field. Once you understand you are working with energy, what am I saying? Just think about it. You know. Splitting the atom. The nucleus and the electron has to jump an orbit. It would have to start jumping this orbit, right? To the highest order orbit. Now check this out. Did you ever think of this? When you look at the periodic table, right, it tells you the atomic number, the weight, the measurement, the correlation of the symbol, right? Okay. But it also tells you, like, if it's 80, if the atomic number is 80, it's gold. If it's 79, it's lead, right? And if it's 81, it's mercury, right? Now, this is where you get the alchemy you're talking about, making gold. Since they're close together, right, they thought or say you could take mercury and lead, since the atomic numbers are close, heat it to a certain degree or do something, maybe more than heating, right? But nevertheless, bring it to a certain degree where it would jump its orbit and lose an electron and making it 80, making gold, right? Now, understand what we have just found out just by them outside explaining, or us or whoever outside explaining it to you like that when you study in self. Study self. Listen, everything reflects back to self. Now, this is where you must understand how in the Matrix they say everyone is an agent until we set their mind free. See, your mind must be free. You can't free a people's mind. You can only free yours. That's it, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, beings and other beings, okay? I mean, what we get mad at? Okay, listen. So, what was I? The splitting the atom is much past that. Okay, let's just go somewhere else. Nevertheless. Nevertheless. Let's examine man. Exam man. The exam is on yourself. Know thyself. Trust thyself. Build thyself. Will thyself. All scientists, so-called, right, that's not in a line with the medical profession, right? You don't have to have a degree to be a scientist. You are a scientist by thinking, right? You are a scientist by thinking, coming up with shit. That's what they say. That's a genius. Gene. Go back within, right? Gene. Yes. Genesis. You already know the demonstration. Genesis is actually gene. Speaking about genes. See, you can't take two of every animal and put them on a damn big boat as big as a football field. Especially when they had stuff that's now just extinct. You can't do that. But if you took the gene from them and put them on any fucking ship, A1, case closed, shit done, right? Okay. Inside is what we're looking at, right? I'm gonna give you an example about certain things, you know what I'm saying, that goes within to create nuclear catastrophics, along with meditation, you just become a more scientific collaboration, mind, body, and soul demonstration. If we, or if anyone, want to free themselves, they must start there. They can't start here, because that makes you twirl backwards. Whatever backwards is, all right? Whatever backwards is, you're not doing whatever it was. You know what I mean? Just take for a tree, for instance. Plant the seed. Some of them don't even grow. Why? Right? Some grow. Okay? Inwardly. Outwardly. What's the difference? It is a difference. Because now you're choosing, you're setting the path. Now, what says the other one was wrong? Right? But because there is no wrong, you have a right and a left. Now, that's it. You have a right and you have a left. Where the wrong at? Now, we know left ain't wrong, but we know it ain't right. So, therefore, it is no wrong. See, somebody, did that shit just like they put that $250 price tag on a phone that we didn't have no use for. We didn't have no use for that. We used it in a different manner. But nevertheless, because without this, you can't fool no motherfucking body. Some people say, I see you. But see, all these, they looking at Matrix motherfuckers, characters trying to be something. So one day they'll be against it, one day they'll be this, one day they'll be that, or they'll be against it, or instead of being the God, in a gangsterish way. But there'll be like all different types of scattered type of shit. You know what I mean? With no focus. That you don't have to be none of that shit unless the environment calls for you to become any of that shit. And then you'll be more into that shit instead of always fronting. No, I'm just kidding. That's an inner type of thing I'm talking about. That's an inner type of thing I'm talking about, if you get the gist. But if there is a gist, what the fuck is a gist? Nevertheless, pardon me. All right. See, I just think about not trying to be pleasing to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And I just want to be me. Sometimes it'd be like, man, that ain't whatever, man. See, what it is I enjoy doing what I do. And I know you do too. But see, you're too hard on yourself. You think you have to be a certain way. You think you have to be. You don't have to be a certain way. See, that's imposed on your eyes by you accepting and consenting to the conditions and terms of those agreements that was made without your knowledge from watching these matronic ass type of things going on and want to join the crowd. Inside is where you're supposed to be. Once again, everyone is an agent until they said we free their minds. Until we free their minds. And they also said it's dangerous to try to attempt to free the mind of someone who has already passed so much far, because it could mess them up. That's like trying to bring your moms or your grandmamas into this. They can never perceive it. Do not attempt such a thing. But because we pass on looking at the situation, we understand where we can control the situation. We can control the situation simply by adjusting to the frequencies to understand that this is an illusion. Your thoughts can be measured with dowsing rods. You do affect the environment, but it must come from the Dantian Chi, the center of your being, which is what? The center of an atom, which is what? The center of a cell, which means what? You must not be the negative electron jumping. Illustration. Middle nucleus holds the neutron and the proton. NP, right? Neutron and the proton. The center. The one who jumps is the negative electron. All right? Listen. The negative electron jumps its orbit. It can also lose an electron. If it loses an electron, it changes the proton and the neutron. See, the neutron is only neutral because it has the ability to go any kind of way it want to fucking want to. It don't just stay there. It's neutral. It's neutral. I can see your side. I go there. I can see your side. I go there. The proton is whatever you perceive it to be, all right? Check this out. So anyway, remember, there we go. It came back. It never went. Check it out. The periodic table, it says that if the atomic number describes the element. If it's 80, it's gold. Once again, okay, so check it. But it does, and remember alchemy tried to change it and force an electron to escape. So an element could lose its electron and become a different element. This is transforming. You have to understand it totally and accept it within the body, and then you can transform, because then that's how you change elements on a motherfucker. Check this out. For real, for real. Just like you might perceive somebody speaking on you. I hope I don't go too far, but I gotta say this too right here. You may perceive in a wave that someone out there in the cyber world and this internet shit, right? And this YouTube and the Facebook and I don't Facebook, but nevertheless, and this is enough bullshit right here. So you understand. So anyway, no Twitter, no none of that shit. But anyway, you may feel somebody out there fucking with you in some kind of distant fucking way, in some kind of shit. But you fail to realize this is the age of information. Everybody talking about the same shit because we looking on the same people. We geared. We're magnetically attracted, like the magnetic needle is attracted to the magnetic north. You understand? So nevertheless, so we gear in there and we talk about the same shit. And then you talking about me? You know what I'm saying? You feel this way. Check this out. Instead of being negative about the bullshit, you understand that it's the 700 monkey syndrome or whatever the fuck. And everybody's on the same wavelength. Everyone is moving. That should let you know that we okay. See, you can jump the negative electron. The negative part about it can leave. Do you understand? Changing the lead to the fucking gold. Carbon man. You know what I mean? Carbon man, exam man. All right. Now, it's a lot of things that, like in sex. What do you think you're doing out there? What energy are you utilizing when you're in with the queen, with the goddess? What energy do you think you are activating, wielding under your force and power, direction, meditation, and every fucking thing? What do you think you're doing? I don't know, motherfucker. Oh, I can't say motherfucker. This ain't my channel. I can't talk to you like a big brother and not that big brother. You heard? God dang. Check this out, man. Calm down. Let's chill. All right? It's all good. It ought to be. Nevertheless, shit. We here. Free your mind. The rest will follow. That's what it said. Seek ye the kingdom first. The kingdom, right? The kingdom. That's what the woman want. The king. Check it out. So, I got way too fucking far. But no, I didn't. So anyway, so what are we doing inside? If that negative electron jumps, that element can transform. That means, take for instance the drugging, all right? The drinking and drugging. You know, we have a shit to say about the past shit about my, he used to be a drug addict, man. But we say that shit about the one that's laying on the street. He used to have everything. He used to be a drug dealer. Or he used to have good job. He used to be at the steel mill. He laying on the park bench and shit. Like, you know, always something. Always something. You know, did he do something real bad? Did he become something that shit that was just was not accepted? Did she speak on, right? But nevertheless, it's always something. It's always something. Free your mind. Check this out. So let's go to the drug users, right? One who did so-called crack, right? Free base cocaine. He did that. Now, this is that negative electron. Is from let's just say